Hello everyone, we're continuing with percents. In this video we're going to be doing two questions without any answer choices, and one of the questions is way easier than the other one. So let's get started. Question number one, they're giving you a 10 by 10 grid. And by the way, before we get started, all of you should know that a 10 by 10 grid means that there are 100 equal squares and that each one counts as 1%. And that 100 is what percent is based out of. So you got to know those little basic things in order to understand percentages. All right, so the question says, what percent of the grid is shaded? One thing I need to do is label my keywords. I want my answer as a percent, and I need to concentrate on the squares that are shaded. So with that being said, I need to count all the squares that are shaded. So I see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then I know that there are 100 equal squares. So 60 out of 100. I could continue and simplify this and then change it to a percent. But all of you guys need to work smarter and not harder. When you're talking about percentage and you have your 100 as a denominator, that means that percent is based out of 100, meaning that whatever numerator you have in there, that's actually the percentage that is shaded. So 60% of the grid is shaded, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing else. It's not that hard. Sometimes you'd be surprised at how easy those questions are. Number two, we're going to get into a harder one. Jason made 75% of his free throw attempts last season. If he attempted 56 of them, how many did he make? Well, another thing you have to understand, especially when they give you word problems, a number line, it's always going to be your best friend. So just go ahead and draw a number line, and we'll start with the percentage. 0% at the beginning, and we have 100% at the end. So they're telling you that Jason made 75% of his free throw attempts last season. If he attempted 56 free throws, so he attempted 56, that's all the free throws he took. So 56, it's the whole thing. 56 free throws, and 0 free throws will equals 0%. Now, we want to know how many free throws equals 75%. He scores 75%. So we can do right here, and we can label 75%. Now, that's how many he made. He made 75% of his free throws. Now, how many free throws is that? Well, that we don't know. So I'm going to put a question mark in there. What I do know is that I can break the 100% in half. So half of 100% will give me 50%. And I do the same with the free throws. Half of 56 is 28. So just divide 56 by 2, and that will give you 28. So 50% of the free throws equals 28. Now, I know that on top the percentages, they're going by 25. So I can even break it down into half. Half of 50 is 25%. Well, I do the same thing with the free throws at the bottom. Half of 28 is 14. Divide 28 by 2 and you get 14. Now, this was made into a pattern, and everything seems to get easier now. 25%, 50, 75, 100%. So they're going by 25%. If we go to the bottom, we follow the same thing. From 0 to 14, the gap is 14. From 14 to 28, it's another 14. So we just continue the pattern. 28 plus 14, that will give you 42. 42 plus 14, that'll give you 56. So 75% of the free throws equals 42 of the 56. And that will be the answer. So if he attempted 56 free throws, how many did he make? Well, the answer will be 42 free throws. Thank you.